Set many generations after War for the Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes follows a new ape, Noah, in a world where not only are apes the dominant species on the planet, but the remaining humans are mute and primitive. Noah's clan are kidnapped by another clan led by an evil ape named Proximus Caesar, who perverts the teachings of the hero ape of the former three films, Caesar. Noah sets out to rescue his clan with the aid of an orangutan named Raka and a human named May, who is more intelligent than other humans. I should probably address my association, or lack thereof, with the ape films. I have only seen two, three if you count the Tim Burton remake. I have seen the original Charlton Heston film and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and while I think they are really great films, I never felt the need to see the others, even with the acclaim Dawn and War received. After watching this new film, I may need to see the others now. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a beautiful looking film with a story that, while having a familiar plot, is nevertheless engaging thanks to the acting, effects, cinematography, and directing. Having only seen Rise in regards to this continuity of CGI ape films, I forgot if it was difficult to tell the apes apart from one another, and if it was going to be difficult. Thankfully, that was not the case. It helps that there are different types of apes, but I could tell all the chimps apart from one another. The chimps have unique looks that match to some degree the actors that are playing them. Speaking of the apes, let's talk about the CGI. I will usually prefer makeup for a film like this, especially after seeing the makeup designs of the apes in Tim Burton's remake. But with that said, the CGI is incredible here. It brings me back to the days of the early 2000s when we marveled at Gollum in The Two Towers, or Davy Jones in Dead Man's Chest. I found myself drawn to Noah's hand on one occasion, and was amazed with the amount of details, the ridges on his palms, the dirt in his fingernails. It was exquisite looking. The actors have a lot to do. They have to act like apes, talk in a unique pattern of speech, and do this all while in motion capture. It's definitely not easy, but they all pulled it off. I want to touch upon how they talk. There are the typical ape hoots and cries, but what I'm getting at is that there is an interesting dialect, frequent pauses in their words, and some minor stutters. I mean that as a positive, by the way. It sounds like the apes have come a far way, but are still learning to speak properly. You can tell that director Wes Ball put a lot of love into this film. There's lore and culture displayed among the apes, you feel the bond the apes have with each other, the world looks amazing and beautiful, and there are even some nods and nice callbacks to the original film that don't take away from the film we're watching, but are nice tributes to what came before. My two criticisms with the film are fairly minor, one of which a friend brought up to me. My friend said that it had a fairly recycled plot, and I do agree. It's basically a revenge movie. Bad guy kidnaps a group of apes, and the good guy, with the help of some friends, has to go save them. I can see how some people would not care to see that story again, but I thought that seeing it in a future setting where the main characters are apes was unique enough to keep me entertained. I would have liked something with a bit more to it, but at the end of the day, I thought the story was handled well. The other criticism I have is in regards to the ending. I can't say anything more because this would be a spoiler, so I'll just say that it kind of has a twist that I thought wasn't needed, but will undoubtedly set up for more sequels. I didn't hate it, but I wish the filmmakers committed to one idea as opposed to what they came up with. However, that very well just might be me. So would I recommend this film? Yes, very much so. But would I recommend this to someone who has not seen the previous three films? Yes, also. The film works very much as both a standalone film and a sequel. If you've seen the sequels, this feels right at home. If you haven't, it immediately catches you up to speed. Again, I've only seen Rise of the Planet of the Apes the one time, and I was never lost while watching this new one. So for that reason and more, I say grab a vine and swing on down to the theater to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Or, if it's no longer in theaters, be sure to give it a watch on streaming. Just don't monkey around with the remote. Thanks, this is an O.M.M review. This is O.M.M, signing out.